Okay, we're set.
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson, and in case you're near my house, the password for my wireless router is Gilmore Girls Forever. One word. Couldn't find a partner? Gee, it's kind of like a metaphor. Do you know what that means? And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
The Banana and Hammock Store. We only sell bananas and hammocks. What?
If you happen to find our sponsor's wrong answer of the game, you'll be rewarded with big prizes and cash. Okay, let's see what happens.
Get ready, time for question 1.
First up, the captioning is now closed. I just downloaded this new app which lets you put funny captions on famous works of art. I just had Edward Munch's The Scream yell, "I farted!" Oh my god, this is the best thing ever! Here, help me with the next one. What would be an appropriate funny caption for what's going on in Michelangelo's The Creation of Adam? I like big butts and the horse you rode in on. Do my feet stink? Or pull my finger. In Michelangelo's The Creation of Adam, God has his finger outstretched toward Adam, not to pull it, but presumably to give him life. But then after Adam tasted the forbidden fruit, God held up a different finger. And on its way, Crumbleweed Connection. You know, my teeth are feeling pretty tender today. What's something soft I could eat for lunch? Oh, I know! A stale fortune cookie!
Cookie, fortune, sweet, cookie, Masterson.
Alright, let's take a look-see at my fortune. To the victor go the spoils. Who should get some spoils then? The author of Crime and Punishment, the author of The Count of Monte Cristo, the author of Treasure Island, or the author of The Hunchback of Notre Dame? Not much time left.
Swing and a miss.
Now pay attention. The Hunchback of Notre Dame was written by French author Victor Hugo. He's literally a victor, so he should get some spoils. Well, I'm sure when his rotting corpse hears about this, it's gonna be thrilled.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
This one's called I Built My House of Electric Razors. Which of these facial hairstyles could the three little pigs still sport even after shaving off all the hairs from their chinny chin chins? Chevrons, Van Dykes, French forks, or Balbos? A Balbo, a French fork, and a Van Dyke are all types of beards or beard-mustache combos. But a chevron is just a type of mustache. So, the three little pigs could shave off all the hairs from their chinny chin chins and still sport chevrons. Unfortunately, the last electric razor the three pigs used shaved a little too close, and it got clogged with ham. Up next, I'm outer space on my phone. Say you wanted to download as many apps onto your Samsung Galaxy phone as there are stars in the Milky Way galaxy. What could you do? Download about 50 million photo editing apps, download about 10 billion puzzle apps, download about 300 billion song recognition apps, or download about 30 trillion versions of Angry Birds. Time's a-wasting. Puzzling. This would have worked. Astronomers estimate there are somewhere around 300 billion stars in the Milky Way galaxy. Which makes you realize that we are just specks of dust in a vast universe filled with wonder and yada yada. Oh, come on! I just need one more green candy to fill this row. 300 billion stars. Wow. You have to think that means that somewhere out there in the vastness of the universe there is Oh, I got a Snapchat! Dog poop. What was I talking about? It's time for Medea Becomes a Country Star. And it's time for a this or that. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one, you tell me if it's a musician inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame or a character in the Medea series of Tyler Perry films. If it's somebody in the Country Music Hall of Fame, press the Y button. If it's somebody in the Medea films, press the A button. Alrighty then, here it comes. Grandpa Jones, Aunt Bam, Pastor Nelson, Big Sal, Pee-wee King, Argus Pig Robbins, Connie B. Gay, more like Medea-ugh. Country music and Tyler Perry Medea films. I would call both of those things guilty pleasures of mine, except for the fact that I am not ashamed. That brings a close to round 1, and your score is pretty much just fairly okay. Keep in mind, all the prizes are doubled in round 2. And lest you forget, big cash prizes can be yours if you find the wrong answer of the game. Okay, how about it? Try this on for size. Ancient primetime television. Which TV show features the same number of people living under one roof as the number of people in Julius Caesar's political alliance before he became emperor? Three's Company, Brady Bunch, Odd Couple, or 30 Rock? In ancient Roman times, a triumvirate of 3 leaders would form a coalition. Julius Caesar was part of the first triumvirate with Pompey the Great and Marcus Crassus. Oh, they had so many wacky misunderstandings, and most of them ending with someone getting brutally stabbed to death.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Coming up next, Time McFlies when you're having fun. Which of these time travelers never made it back to the future? Bill and Ted in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Gil Pender in Midnight in Paris, the T-1000 in Terminator 2 Judgment Day, or Dr. Emmett Brown in Back to the Future Part 3? Watch your clock. Bogus. No, I'll get this. All these other characters eventually make it back to the future where they belong, but the T-1000 from Terminator 2 gets destroyed in the past and never returns to his own time. And I bet his mom, the T-999, was just sitting in the future waiting for him with a nice big slice of hot apple pie and everything. So tragic.
Follow me down to the sea.
Say hello to, you've been poorly served. Look, I worked in a restaurant for a while, so I know what happens back in the kitchen. What should I not order if I don't want spit all over my food? Sushi, gyros, gumbo, or hot dogs? Gyros are made from meat that turns on a spit. I also try to avoid food that's ever had feces in it, but hey, a person's gotta eat. May I introduce a hard candy knock life? You know what I love? Flying words.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
All you need to do is get this right, and an extra $1,000 will be yours. Put these candies in order from fewest to most flavors featured in the regular product. Skittles, Starburst, Smarties. And I mean the American Smarties, not the British Smarties. Not the British Smarties. Starburst, Skittles, Smarties, Smarties, Starburst, Skittles, Starburst, Smarties, Skittles, or Skittles, Smarties, Starburst. The regular version of these candies feature 4 flavors of Starburst, 5 for Skittles, and 6 for Smarties. That just earned you an extra $1,000. And now I'm going to list my favorite flavors for all of them, from best to worst. Red, pink, red, green, purple, orange, orange, yellow, yellow, and then whatever flavors Smarties come in. Take a good look at. I've got an unhealthy circumference. Which of these would be the closest thing to eating pie pieces of pie? Eating 3.142 pieces of apple pie? Eating 3.144 pieces of cherry pie? Eating 3.146 pieces of coconut cream pie? Or eating 3.148 pieces of blueberry pie? Time is short. Apparently you've never heard of giving it that old college try. This would have been a nice choice. The first 5 digits of pi are 3.1415, which can be and often is rounded up to 3.142. So this would be the closest thing to eating pie pieces of pie. And to figure out the maximum amount of pie you can eat, just measure the diameter of your pie hole. Brace yourself for the attack. When you see 2 clues that match, press your A button. 2,000 big ones if you're right, but if you're wrong, you lose 2,000. Oh, you know all about the attack. Lovely. Here's your clue. Voice tuning. Who voices these cartoon characters? That's all she wrote! My favorite animated film is Space Jam, but I still don't know who did Michael Jordan's voice. Whoever drew and or voiced that character, spot on work. Really believable.
You don't know Jack!
Bucker up for ancient primetime television. Which TV show features the same number of people living under one roof as the number of people in Julius Caesar's political alliance before he became emperor? Three's Company, Brady Bunch, Odd Couple, or 30 Rock? I so wanted you to pick this one. In ancient Roman times, a triumvirate of 3 leaders would form a coalition. Julius Caesar was part of the first triumvirate with Pompey the Great and Marcus Crassus. Oh, they had so many wacky misunderstandings, and most of them ending with someone getting brutally stabbed to death. It's always wrong answers, wrong answers, wrong answers. But your bunch mistake just got you a partial bunch of fun because you just won 1 banana and 1 hammock from the Banana and Hammock store. Why not take a nap and then afterwards enjoy a banana? The Banana and Hammock store. Today's wrong answer of the game gets you another 8,000 on top of your current score. Sweet.
Questions. Cold beer taste, no good. This is Glug Lightsville.
Glug Lightsville is the only light beer that tastes like beer without as many calories as beer.
Sit-ups and lifting rocks, punching cops right in the teeth.
When Glug Lightsville bottles are empty, no beer comes out, so you know it's empty. Every time.
Wearing shorts, sweating a lot, hoping this will get Jenny back.
Glug Lightsville comes in a bottle with its name on the label, so you don't get confused or give it to a baby.
Rock hard abs and glistening pecs, drinking beer while exercising, getting tipsy, massive chafing, no pain, no gain, be a cool tattoo. Get dehydrated, don't take breaks. Water shows the babes your weakness. Must get babes to make Jenny jealous. Jenny must know you're doing alright.
Glug Lightsville.
Glug Light!
Hey kids, are your parents out of the room? Yeah! Good, because I want to talk to you about candyforgold.com. At candyforgold.com, we take all your parents' boring old gold and jewelry and send you back bags of delicious candy. But listen, we can't send you the candy unless you send us the gold. So here's what I need you to do. Wait till your mommy and daddy leave the house, sneak into their bedroom, and look through all their drawers. If you see anything made of shiny gold, just grab it. It doesn't even have to be made of gold, just as long as it's shiny. The next part's easy. Just put it all into a properly sealed and stamped box or envelope and mail it to candyforgold.com. And whatever you do, don't tell your parents. They're busy and they don't want to know anything about this. I'm serious. Keep your mouth shut. That's candyforgold.com. Shh, it's our little secret.